YouTube, what's going on, fellas? This is Amp. Welcome to Veteran RC. So the long-awaited Mini Maxx. So the first day Traxxas released pre-ordering, we got on that list. And it's, what, December? And we don't have it yet. So yesterday, we were in Mooresville, North Carolina, and I stopped by Hobbytown. They had like 200 Mini Maxxes. This was the day after Good Friday, or Black Friday, whatever they call it. They still had a ton of them. So if you're in desperate need and you can't find one, the Hobbytown in Mooresville, North Carolina, they've got a ton of them, all the colors. So anyway, since we thought we were getting an orange one pre-ordered, I picked this green one up. And so I don't know, guys. Going into this, I really didn't know how to feel about this truck. I've been watching and following Tomley's journey, trying to go VXL on this thing, blowing diffs and all that stuff about center, needing to add a center diff. Man, honestly, this is at the higher end of the mini basher market. I don't even really consider this a mini basher. We're going to check, not right now, but I'm almost positive this is the same size as a Terminator. So 1/12, 1/13 scale maybe. Definitely not a 10th scale. It's smaller than the Max, but I don't know. So at the end of this, you'll see some B-roll. It's kind of comical. It's me in a parking lot waiting outside. My wife's in there shopping. It was killing me. I had to open a box and go over this thing. So it's kind of like my true first reaction, my first impression. You know, I've had time to think about it. So I'm not looking for the future of this RC car because honestly, I think with what's out there, this is way overpriced for the market. The Terminator, I would put in this class from Rolarlo. The Terminator's a beast, man. I'm telling you. That thing's fast, it's durable. Dude, Amp can't break it. And Amp's I can case a jump like the best of them. And I'm telling you, I haven't been able to break that thing yet. You know? Then let's look at the Rogue One or the Gladiator. It's $150 range, 50 miles an hour. I've had a journey with the Rogue, but you know what? The bottom line, it's still, I paid $269 retail for this truck. You know, and it looks like a Mini Max, which is a Mini X Max. You know, there's some differences. Like the one thing that really stood out when I first pulled it out of the box is the bumper's crooked. But is it? So when I started really looking at this thing, and this body clip over here, it's not working right. So we're gonna have to heat that thing up. But you know, these are little stupid things. If you look, see how these are spread out? This one's real tight together. I just need to heat it and spread it. No big deal. You know, a true Traxxas fashion, it's a well-built little truck. I'm impressed with the, you know, the workmanship. I like the way the servo is done, easy changeability. Because you know that servo, if it's a Traxxas servo, I don't know. It'll definitely have to be upgraded eventually. They didn't even give us a TQI. We got a TQ base model. You got steering trim adjustment. That's it, baby. So I hate to say it, but you know, I've fallen into the trap. I bought all the Groms. Now they're, you know, releasing brushless Groms. As far as I'm concerned, Arma got us. I think Arma should have put their best out there the first go around. Traxxas, you guys are getting greedy too, and you're falling into the same trap. Because you know in the next couple months they will offer a 3S VXL version of this truck. And everybody that bought this truck has already spent over $500 by the time you bought the truck and converted the truck. So I just want to say, Traxxas, I haven't even run your truck yet, but you're not going to get any more money in the mini basher circuit from me unless I break apart on here. Because honestly, that's my opinion. And like I said, everybody's allowed their own opinions. But like I said, we're going to try this out and we're going to review this with an open mind in its stock form. Not what we think it should be, what it is what our review is going to be based off of. And I did look, and if you look how that bumper mount is made into the shock tower, it actually points downward. So really the bumper isn't bent. It just looks funny with the body on it. But hey man, I've been waiting for this truck for a long time, and I do want you to know, so after I got this Saturday and I started looking at it, I actually called Traxxas. My pre-order, which I expected to get before I could see them on the shelves, which that is pretty much my definition of a pre-order, to guarantee one of the first ones. Apparently that's not Traxxas's motto, but that's okay. But anyway, I canceled that order because, you know, that's $280 I think I can spend better in the RC world instead of using it as spare parts or another basher. I don't need 2 disappointments, but let's see how it turns out. Like I said, I feel like I'm falling into the trap. I just think that to be as expensive as this is, there's better alternatives out there, but let's see what it does. Yeah, that aggravates me, that brand new thing. It looks like it's clipped, but when you pull up, it's not there. Anyway, whatever. And I'll tell you, last night I had a hard time charging the battery with the little cheesy USB charger that comes in the kit with the battery. If you start charging and it starts flashing red, that means there's an error. I kept going through that. Well, what it was is the amp output of the USB connector that you're putting in there. And I'll show you the one I ended up having to use. It's tight. And I'm sorry, the sun's pretty bright out here. What you think, big boy? Good air control already. Help me out, buddy. Flip it over. Come on. Come on. All right, let's go back here. Sun's not so bright. It seems like it's pretty solid, man. It's responsive. Stop now. It's definitely not Ranger claw proof. Quit, buddy. Quit. Oh. If you break this brand new body, buddy, quit now. Oh yeah, you're starting. Yeah, there you go. Now, I tell you, this thing is slow. The only thing that I can tell you is, compared to a lot of them, it rides good in the grass. I just don't know. And they don't, and this, if this tells you anything, and this is one of the things I noticed last night when I was looking at the truck. Watch out, buddy. So Traxxas knows that you're not overpowered. There's no wheelie bar. The wheelie bar is optional. They don't even give you a wheelie bar because it really doesn't pop a wheelie. It's not going to do a standing backflip by no means. That was wide open on a brand new battery. Man, I tell you though, it's smooth as silk. I will tell you, a Traxxas car is a nice running car. And, oh, we did pop a wheelie. It jumps nice. It's very maneuverable in the air. Honestly, man, I wouldn't touch this truck. This is a perfect truck for a beginner, a child, somebody getting in it. And obviously you got room to grow because it's not a barn burner out of the box. Oh, now I wasn't going to hit the big jump because the replacement parts are not available yet, but man, we're going to go do it. I wasn't going to do it, but you know what? I'm out here, I'm having fun, I'm excited. I'm going to make the best of the Mini Maxx. Come on, big boy, let's go have some fun. Hey, if any of you guys got a Mini Maxx and you've played with it, please comment. Please tell me how you feel about the price, what we're getting for the price. Just, you know, overall, tell me how you feel about the truck. So, you know, when you look at price range, the Mini Maxx is up there with the Team Associated 14 MT. But I'm going to tell you, the MT is faster than the X Max or the Mini Maxx. I don't see that being 30 miles an hour. There's no mention of speed pinion. I'd say probably that's 22 to 25. That wasn't good. This is what killed the Rogue on the first jump. Dang it, man, what the heck? Thank you. Hey, I'll tell you, it seems pretty sturdy in the grass. All right, I think it just needs a little more speed, man. All right, we'll do a front flip, and it wasn't actually too bad. I don't think it's going to do a back flip though. I don't think it's got the wheel speed to do it, but let's see. I want you to know it took 7 hours to charge this battery last night. No backflip, boys. Man, I'm so disillusioned with this truck. I don't know, man. I guess my expectations were higher, but I guess that's not the truck's fault. I think it's a solid little platform. I think it's pretty durable. I won't be upgrading it because I'm not falling into this mini basher competition. We'll sell you a slow one, then we'll sell you a fast one. the Traxxas Mini Maxx. I really don't know where to go from here. I think they rushed to put this truck out because I don't think they took the mini bashing or the mini RC movement seriously. So in the end, they want to come out with the almighty mini to just sweep the industry. Honestly, Traxxas, I think you failed. There's lighter, cheaper, faster 3S and 4S, 12 scale, 14th scale, that I don't think you can compete with. But you have built a nice little truck for those who aren't enlightened. But based on what I know right now, I wouldn't buy this truck. But for somebody that's new to the hobby, a kid, I think this thing's very, very durable, man. I think they'll have a great time. Am I saying this is a bad RC? No, I'm saying that for how it was built up, the anticipation, it was a letdown for me. Me personally, my opinion. You buy and you form your own opinion. I can only tell you how I feel about the situation. I think it's kind of weird the way there's two different types of tires on here. Just feels weird. I'm disappointed they gave you such a cheap radio. You know, 1985 call, bro. They want the radio back. You know? So if somebody asked me, Rich, best durable mini 12th scale or a mini 10th scale, one is going to be durable, you'll always be able to get parts for it at any hobby store, the Mini Maxx. If you don't mind spending the money. But see, Traxxas gets you. Instead of putting all these upgrades on this truck, you know, if they said, look, this is going to be the king of the mini bashers, it's got aluminum oil-filled shocks, it's got steel axles, it's got a heavy-duty servo, and it's $399.99, and it's a 3S power system, man, I would buy that thing all day long. You know, it's just like they'll probably come out with a Mini Maxx Ultimate, because I already see a bunch of billet, you know, knuckles and stuff like that on their website. So that's always a possibility. But I tell you, I mean, it's a fun little truck. Something's drastically off. Every time I adjust the steering trim, it wants to go back. Oh, that was wide open, baby. You know what? I tell you, honestly, I'm towards the end of this first battery, and you know, I think everything's kind of breaking in. It seems a little spunkier. But hey guys, I'm not beating Traxxas. I'm beating the Traxxas game. I'm beating the Arma game right now. You know, it's just the games that they play. Uh-oh, we're going into Never Never Land. My wife's inflatables will definitely be in trouble if we go into there. All right, guys, so the bottom line, the Mini Maxx, it's pretty durable, pretty well built. It's Traxxas quality for sure. I think it was kind of a letdown on my part. I think my expectations were probably too high, but you know, that's a personal thing. And I really do like the truck. I think it's worth the money. I just think for the money we could have gotten more. That's my whole point. Traxxas, you know, they're a staple in the industry. You know, just like the release of the Jado. Granted, we won't talk about the Jado, but you know, as soon as they release it and everybody starts buying it, they throw out the VXL version. I just don't think that's fair, man. Why aren't you giving us your best product first? I guess that's my whole point. Why can't we get the best product the first time? Instead of version 2, version 3, version 4, version 5, that there's really no difference. There's really no difference. You have simple upgrades due to part failures typically. Not upgrades to benefit the end user as far as giving them more for their money. You're just correcting your existing problem, in my opinion. But, you know, I've had over 1,000 RC cars, man. Nitro, gas, fifth scale, custom builds. I've done a lot of RCing, man. And, you know, when it comes back to it, I like to be a purist. I want to appreciate the Mini Maxx in its best stock form. That's what I want to buy. If I want to personalize it and get different colored control arms and shocks and body, man, hey, supply that to me. But out of the box, I want the best Traxxas has to offer, the best Arrma has to offer. You know, everybody gives Team Corrali a lot of crap, but I'm telling you, they give you your biggest bang for the buck. Kagama 4, for what you get, the money you pay, the speed, the agility of that vehicle, that's what I'm talking about. But there's going to be haters out there, and it may seem like I'm a Traxxas hater. I'm not. I love the UDR. I love the Max. Man, I've got, you know, the TRX4. I love that crawler, you know. I'm not a Traxxas hater. I don't hate anybody's RCs. I think anything that puts a smile on your face was well worth the money. Did this put a smile on my face today? Hell yeah, it did. And I enjoyed every minute of it. I enjoyed complaining about it, but you know what? That's my prerogative, baby. Hey, next time you see a soldier, this is RCing according to AMP. Anyway, next time you see a soldier, thank him for the service. See a veteran, pat him on the back. These guys have sacrificed more than you can imagine. Hey, kiss your family, love your family. We're in the holiday season. If you see somebody in need, help them out. Ain't that right, Ranger? Help out a stranger, buddy. You never know who you're helping. Hey, be blessed. Have a great holiday season. You'll hear back from me. Amp out. Yeah, I can definitely see it being a Mini Maxx. Now I kind of regret, because now that I see what, you know, Traxxas is playing the Arrma game with the, like they did with the Groms. Bring out the brushed and then bring out the brushless. But you know, Traxxas is gonna bust out just like what they're doing with the Jado. Jado's coming out with 4S, and you know they're gonna put a VXL system in one of these. They definitely feel different. You know, I've been watching Tomley in his videos, and you know, he did a conversion, but he's been blowing diffs out. So instead of waiting on the one I pre-ordered, I went ahead and bought this one, just so I figured, you know, spare parts are probably going to be hard to find, so at least I'll have a full one I can salvage parts from to keep going. But yeah, so I don't know, I really kind of wish they would have made this a little bit smaller. You know, it's definitely a Max, you know, and you know, Traxxas style. It's got some nice feel to it. You know, it's heavy. It feels like I just paid $269 for this. I mean, it really does. You know, if it's durable, it'll be worth it. It's got all the Max quality as well. Well, heck, look at that, Bo. It hasn't even been bashed yet, and the bumper's already bent. I look at everything as a blank canvas, and, you know, we're going to give this thing a fair shot, man. You know, hey, I'm going to tell you, it already makes me smile looking at it. All right, guys, I had to bail out. I started drawing a crowd over there. People thought I was mental. I was talking to myself, videotaping an RC car. But anyway, oh, better get this off my wife's jacket or she'll kill me. So anyway, that's the Mini Maxx. It's definitely not mini. I predict the stability will be great and the handling in grass and rough terrain will be better. 16th scale is about as small as I want to get. You know, the 18th scales that I've reviewed, like the latest issue of Backpack Bashers, man, those are kind of too small. They're kind of too slow, and I get bored really quick with them. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm bored, so I wanted to kind of check out the Mini Maxx a little bit. Yeah, I think Traxxas rushed to get these out. The quality just is Traxxas quality. You know, hey, we'll give it a fair shot. I mean, it looks cool as all get out, man. Looks like a little basher. I need to read the box. These tires feel different. Huh. Anyway, we'll check it out. We'll see what we think, and we'll go from there. But so far, honestly, I guess I have my hopes up too much. It's not as well received in my mind as I thought I was gonna like this thing, but we'll see.